I think foremost, probably the biggest treat for me was to get to greet dignitaries coming to the Department of the Interior from our sovereign nations across the United States, to see the consultation process, the nation-to-nation relationship up close between the federal government and tribal leaders, and to treat them with respect and to hear their concerns and the wide variety of issues that are facing our nations within the United States. And it was particularly impactful to see tribal leaders on the other side too, working within the federal government. And I had the privilege to meet Representative Deb Haaland of New Mexico, and she's one of the first Native American female congresswomen. And she was able to just share with our group of Udall interns her experiences, and was so proud of each of us for taking this opportunity and to contribute to advocacy on behalf of our people, which is something that she does every day in the U.S. Congress. I went into law school specifically wanting to work on behalf of Native nations for the rest of my career, so that hasn't really changed at all through my experience, but I have been able to kind of get a more broad landscape. Being in DC, that's the hub of federal Indian law and policy, and I've been able to observe how other attorneys are in that space and how they operate in institutions that were not built for us. And so I've been able to kind of take that to heart and get a more deep sense of how to operate within our government and my own relationship between myself and the U.S. government. I became particularly interested in land and treaty rights this summer, and I've kind of come to understand that many of the issues that plague our tribal nations stem from land and treaty issues, and having the authority to continue to exercise jurisdiction over their lands and continue to exercise sovereignty that we've been exercising since the dawn of time. And that's probably the key thing I'd like to focus on in my career, is protecting Native lands and Native treaty rights. It was really important for me going into this experience to find mentors in DC and within the department. And I would say for a prospective student who wants to practice in federal Indian law, to reach out and to look for those mentor opportunities, because they are out there, and there's a really welcoming community of attorneys who practice federal Indian law. And they are so passionate about this work because it goes beyond just an area of scholarship that they're interested in. You're talking about your own and your family's relationship with the U.S. government. This is advocacy on behalf of your people. And so I would just say, if that's something that you have a passion for, that you should definitely do it, because we need more skilled Native attorneys. Representation does matter in the legal sphere. And it's really true that no one will advocate on behalf of our people like we will. And to just have the courage to enter the legal field, I think takes a lot for a Native person, just because of the sordid history of the United States government and tribal nations. But to just take that first step and follow your passions and just know that your community will be there to guide you is really important.